everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another plan with me. It's my 7x9. We're gonna use a fall kit for the end of November because that's what I feel like doing, right? And I figure for your planner, you should do what makes you happy. Happy. Okay, let's take a look at how this last week turned out. This was the September. Okay, let me think. All right, we're in November, which means the December. Yeah, so I think this was I can't remember. I think this was a September mystery kit is what I think it was. So September mystery kit about cooking, food related, because the idea was Thanksgiving without it being specifically Thanksgiving. Does that make sense? So which kind of actually leads me into a couple of things. We'll go through and we'll chat, and it'll probably bleed over into all of the videos this week. So, but this is what I have. Obviously no more Halloween stickers because we're out of Halloween. So I am back to using the character stickers that I love to use, and then, you know, obviously the custom scripts. So we are going to be planning for November 27th through December 3rd. I'm not quite ready to use my Christmas kits. I'm going to officially start that in December. So what, December 4th is when I will start laying down my Christmas kits, and we will go all throughout the month of December. I do not have a New Year's kit coming out this year because New Year's falls on the week of Christmas and everything. And this year has been a little bit of an interesting year in terms with like getting art done at certain times and stuff. So I'm working on some things for 2024 to kind of help combat that, but definitely going to be be a work in progress. There we go. Okay, so this kit is called Autumn Days. It's still in the shop. I'm trying to think of what I want to do. I think how did we do it last week? Yeah, we did do that, and we did it that way the week before. The week before we did that, and then, oh gosh, okay, we'll incorporate this page. Let's incorporate this page. It's been a hot minute since we've incorporated this page, so we're gonna do it. So I recently put out a customer survey form, which so many of you have actually filled it out, and I'm so immensely grateful for that, because one of the things as a designer for things is I'm really close to all the projects, so I can see the differences and how they're not related to other things, where you as the customer are not as close, and you can see maybe where there's like the overlap of things always happening. So there are a couple of things that, you know, there's a few things that I really love to do, and that is obviously Halloween being one of them. But then I love the different variations in food kits, and I love the different variations in movie kits that I can do. So I do try to bring about new and different things. However, I did have a couple of people say that a lot was starting to like be the same. And for me, I don't see that. I don't see that. But that's because I'm the one designing it. I'm the one talking about the clip art and things like that. So yeah, like where am I trying to go with this? My goodness. It's when I'm so close to the project, I don't see where the sameness is happening, because I'm obviously asking for different things. But it was pointed out to me that some people are thinking that the themes are consistently repeating. And so that's giving me a chance to take a hard look at everything and go, okay, well, how can I change things up? And then there were people that were asking for pop culture kits. That's a really tough one, you guys. because it's such a legal area that is not necessarily something that's enjoyable to do. So really huge pop culture things are very, very hard to do. I know that there are shops out there that do it. Maybe they have gone through the process of getting licensures to sell those things, and maybe they haven't. I do know that licenses for some of the like really popular stuff that people want is nowhere near what I can afford. Like that's just the end of it. Hence the reason why you only see certain like multi-million-dollar businesses getting these licenses, because they are so expensive. So I do know that people want pop culture items. And that is going to take me, I'm going to be honest with you guys, that one is going to take me a little while to figure out how to do it in a unique way that does not infringe upon copyright and trademark, but that also shows and gives idea of what it is. It's a really difficult thing to do. Really difficult thing to do. So yeah, it is. Sometimes as an artist, it's really hard to ensure that what you're doing falls in the legal aspect of things. And so I've heard you, and I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to work hard on bringing other different themes to it, because some people are like, oh, I don't go bowling, I don't go to the music store, so those are things that I don't do. You know, and then somebody said that the Art in the Park kit was very nice. I have seen Art in the Parks like advertised, and that's one of the reasons why I brought it, because I thought it was such a unique idea. I've never seen somebody do an Art in the Park type kit and stuff. So yeah, but then I tried to take, you know, let's take movies, for example. Okay, there's so many ways that you can do movies, and movies are such a huge part of our lives. At least they are for me. Movies are a very big part of my life. And so if I can incorporate movies into things, like that's what I'm going to do. Not necessarily center it around a movie per se, but have elements of those things, something that's kind of popular, something that's going on. Right now, like a lot of our stuff happens at home, so wanting to kind of push onto that side. So, but I have heard, and I have been working my creativity aspect side of my brain to bring still unique themes, because that's the one thing that I really want to do, is bring unique themes in wide range of color palettes. Okay, so I will do everything from very light pastels to super dark and saturated and everything in between. That is what you're going to get, because I love color. But I'm going to really work on that. All I ask is that you give me a little bit of time, because it will take time, one, to generate those ideas up in my head, but to also get them coordinated with my artist, and then obviously put into the pipeline for designing. So currently right now, I want to say we have mystery kits already scheduled until March of next year. So that is, ooh, this looks like this might be the brown that works. Is this the brown? Nope, that is too light. Wow. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to touch base on that. I'll probably talk about it a few more times, just so everybody kind of gets to know that I am hearing you. I am going to be, you know, doing what I can to change things up and stuff, and bring different things to mystery kits, to the shop, all of all of that jazz. So, but we left I don't know if I have this dark of a brown in anything. We left the customer survey form anonymous. Ooh, this one might work. So that you could give, because I get how, you know what, that brown is going to work just fine. September 2022. Anyways, what was I saying? Sometimes when people know, like if you have like an email address or you have to put your name or anything like that, then sometimes it's easy to identify who you are. And so then you can kind of like, you'll hold back and stuff. And I didn't want you to hold back. I wanted you to be able to tell me exactly what it is you're looking for, what, you know, that desire is to have there, and stuff. So we left it anonymous. The only downside to leaving it anonymous is that I can't reach out to that person and be like, I don't understand what you said. Can we talk about this? Like, let's chat it out and give me a little bit more of what you were thinking, and stuff. But then there was something really, really big that was very apparent in this customer survey form, and it was the mere fact that we do not have Hobonichi cousin kits. Oh boy. So I have been sitting on the whole Hobonichi cousin thing. I don't know if it's going to happen, so I'm not going to make any promises. But let's see, what can we use? I think I want to use the half boxes this time. It's been a long time since we've used half boxes and stuff. So let's see what we can maneuver around here to actually do. And does that give me enough room for a third box? I think it does. Oh yes, perfect. I think that's the route that we're going to go. I think page 6 and 7 are not going to get any love this time, and that is okay. Switch things up, keep it different. So anyways, lots of people were asking for Hobonichi cousin kits. That they don't like that it's just only available in the subscription, that they want it to be available in our other kit formats, or as one of our kit formats. And so that has gotten me thinking. I'm not making any promises because I really do have to see like what kind of a work load is this going to give to me. And when we went out and found our own paper manufacturer and started doing, you know, coordinating that, so that because of the issues that I had had with paper before, one of the things with the paper was that when I started getting my paper in and stuff like that, was that it was too sticky. And I was very, very worried about even offering Hobonichi cousin kits and stuff and continuing that, because I know that that paper is very, can be very temperamental, is very thin and ripping and stuff like that. Well, now that we have the removable unicorn paper, I am a little bit more leaning towards, like, I could see us doing it. Does that make sense? Like, I could see us offering Hobonichi cousin kits on the unicorn removable paper, because it's removable. And I did do a live, like, plan with me where I showed where I took out the Hobonichi cousin and I showed the new paper on the Hobonichi cousin paper, so you could see how it actually worked. Let's see, which box am I not gonna use? Clearly gonna use the double box. I'm thinking it's gonna be this one. I think that's what we're gonna go with. So, but yeah, so changes definitely are gonna be coming. I'm very much a firm believer in listening to your customers, and and doing as much as you can, obviously within reason. I can't do everything for everybody. I am just a one-person shop. I do have helpers, but even with the helpers, I still have to like manage all of that and ensure that things are actually happening. So the changes will be coming. Some will be very swift and quick, whereas some will take some time. Like I was saying earlier, the art will take some time in order to actually like get going, just because of the nature of you know, my artists needing to have time themselves to be able to get artwork done and all of that. So we've got things coming. I'm really excited. I was already thinking some of these things, and then just to also hear them from the customers just kind of reaffirmed that I was on the right path. So thank you once again for everybody who filled out the customer survey form, because it did just solidify that the changes I have been thinking of, things that I want to do, and my suspicions were correct. So anyways, we got the first half of the week done. Let's go ahead and move on to the second half of the week. And let me tell you about a few of the things that have been going on. All right. So this week has been, oh my gosh, it's been a week. Not like, oh my gosh, it's been a week, I can't wait for it to be over. Just, oh my gosh, it's been a week. It has been one of the busiest weeks with things to do that we have had in a very, very long time. Like, I'm talking a very, very long time. So we were slated to go to Florida this last week for the Sugary Gal conference that was happening in Orlando, I believe it was. I think it was Orlando. We were going to do a family vacation. My son's youngest son's birthday was on the 5th, so we were going to kind of like combine it and go do Universal Studios. We were going to get in a couple days early. We were going to stay a couple days after the conference. Like, we had a huge game plan in place to do. But then things started to happen where, honestly, just like the few months leading up to it, nothing was really falling into place. I was having issues getting my table sponsorship stuff together. Things weren't flowing right in that direction. I had trouble with, you know, remembering that it was happening, even though it had been up on our big white calendar board that we have all year long. But then my husband's car died, and then my van started to have problems, and it actually died. We were able to revive it, but it was a lot of we were able to do it, but it was just a lot at once, like having two cars die, and then we couldn't revive my husband's car, so we had to go buy a new car. And we were really trying not to buy a new vehicle. We did not want to have a new vehicle. We did not, and I mean, we still don't have a new vehicle. It's a certified used vehicle, but you get what I'm saying? Like, we were looking for something and we could not find anything that was going to work. That wasn't going to just put us back in the same position in like 6 months. It's insane how people treat their cars around here sometimes. So I digress. So yeah, we ended up going and buying a new car, and that has been a little bit of a lifesaver. It does not fit all of us in it. So it is more just the commuter vehicle for my husband, but that's fine. Like, somebody can stay home or we can take 2 trips. Nothing is too far from here for us to warrant needing another vehicle to hold all of us. Like, that's just not how, we just don't need it. So, But with that, we canceled our trip to Florida. I reached out to the lady who was putting it on. I coordinated with a fellow shop owner in order to get my table goodies down to her, and she would set up my table. I am forever indebted to her. She's my rock and lifesaver for this one. The person who was putting on the event, her and I chatted for a little bit. I'm not sure if it exactly was Diana or one of Diana's helpers, but we chatted. We were trying to figure out, maybe could I fly down and somebody could come pick me up? But at that point we had canceled the hotel. I didn't have a hotel room. I didn't have anywhere to stay. And just in the end, just decided it just was not going to happen this year with so many things happening and going on. So we canceled it, and my kids were very, very mature about it. And we decided instead that we were going to go celebrate his birthday, and he was completely fine with celebrating his birthday here. And we went down to our local theme park down in Branson, Missouri, called Silver Dollar City, and we had a fun time down there. We spent a full day down there because it's only like 45 minutes away from us, so it wasn't a bad drive. And we had a blast. And we celebrated his birthday at home. It was more low-key. I think it's exactly what we all needed. Just something that was just a little bit more relaxed, less chaotic, less travels and everything. And in fact, actually yesterday my husband experienced what I had been experiencing in our van, and he was like, oh yeah, it is most definitely time to get this thing in the shop. I was like, see, I'm not being dramatic about it. I promise I'm not being dramatic about this. But that's just kind of how vehicles go. But yeah, I mean, but that was just the start of the week. It kept going. So we ended up actually doing that last Sunday, going and celebrating his birthday, which was not originally on the plan to do. We kind of decided to do it at like the last minute, and a lot of that was because they are now in their winter hours, and so they really only are open on the weekends. So we're like, oh, Saturdays are so difficult. So we went out on a Sunday, not normally something we would do, but we did it, and we had a great time. Had a fantastic time, came home, slept. The following day, the kids did not have seminary, so they did get to sleep in, which I know they were incredibly grateful for. But I had meetings, and I am starting to put in my disability claim for the military, and that has been an adventure already. My husband has actually told me for years to do it. It was something I probably should have done as soon as I got out of the military, but it just never happened. Well, as time goes on, things like that, and especially since my husband has done his, there are definite things that I'm like, okay, yeah, this is definitely, we need to make sure that this is not military related. Chances are it is, but you know, we'll go from there. So I ended up having a meeting there to get everything started, and boy, oh boy, I know this is towards the end of the video, but if Renee, Orange Bolt on Instagram, is here and watching this video, you will be very proud to know that I am now going to have to go to all of the doctor's appointments and figure out what's been going on with my shoulders, my necks, my hips, all of that. I'm sure physical therapy is in my future. I know she's going to be super happy for me and stuff, but you know, because she's always on my case, like, have you gotten in? Have you gotten in? Have you gotten in? And the answer is always no, because I push that stuff off. It's not that that's a good thing. That's just, I'm just horrible at it. And I know she's going to be super happy because then that means I'm actually taking care of myself. And as one of her favorite places to go shopping for stickers, she definitely does not want me to have to leave the sticker world and stuff. And so she's like, go do it so I don't miss my sticker person. So anyways, that is what the next couple of months of my life are going to look like. So that will be interesting. I will get to tell you guys all about it within reason, because let's face it, it's all boring, but I can walk you through like the whole, you know, disability claim process with the military and everything. So yeah, that'll be fun, adventurous times. So, all right, we are done with this. Oh, you guys also gave me really great ideas for plan with me's or like video content. And so, I mean, you guys are starting to stretch me, like, which is a great thing, a really great thing. Like, stretch me in like all the good ways, like creativity, learning new skills, like all of these things. I'm gonna have like an awesome resume of skills because of you guys, and I love it. So thank you. This is what I have for the last part of November into the first part of December, and the next time you see me plan in this planner, it will be a Christmas kit. I have not done a month of Christmas in maybe never, so you guys are going to get a real big treat. All right, if you enjoyed this plan with me, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, anything down below, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye now.